Hi everyone! It's been a while. I know a lot of you are looking forward to this series. I will say there is one more season after this, and just be prepared. I also want to say that once each season is done, it will be made into a full one video. Anyways, this is season 3 of Thunderstorms. Season 1 is Thunderstorms. Season 2 is called Downpour, and now season 3 is called Drenched. If you have not listened to any of those and continue to listen to this series, fair warning, you'll be confused. Remember, I did write this before season 4 was released, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, artwork was by me, Stacey Holt, also written by me as well. For my voice actors, who are amazing at their job and what they do. Diz will be voicing Adrien, Cat Noir, and Felix, as well as a few others that I can't name just yet because spoilers. Alia will be voiced by Sky Jade VA. Tom will be voiced by Zachary-CT. Natalie will be voiced by Catherine. The teacher will be voiced by Etsuko. I'll be voicing Marinette, Ladybug, and the narrator. Now, without further ado, Chapter 1. Marinette opened her eyes, looking around to an unfamiliar room. She rubbed her eyes and looked around, sitting up. She looked down at the bedspread and saw the dark blue comforter and stretched her feet out until she felt something underneath. She turned and found Adrien asleep beside her in his bed. They stayed out so late last night and must have fallen asleep by accident. She yawned and pulled out her phone, looking at the time.
Adrien, we're late!
Marinette screamed, pushing him back and forth as she jumped off of the bed and ran over to the other side of the bed. He jumped up from his bed, his hair resembling Cat Noir's from his bed head. Marinette took a second and started laughing, causing Adrien's panicked expression to turn to slight confusion.
Are you lying? Are we not really late or something? Not funny,
he said, yawning, getting ready to lay back down to go back to sleep.
Oh no! Get back up! I was laughing because your bedhead looks like Cat Noir. We really are late for school. Get up!
She said, grabbing his hand and pulling him into the bathroom and shoving him in there to brush his teeth and take a shower.
But my clothes!
He said, watching her close the door.
I'll get them. Hold on.
She laughed. He turned the water on in the shower and heard the door reopen and saw her throw him his shirt and new pants for the day. Yet he just couldn't resist the Cat Noir attributes.
You sure you don't want to join me, milady?
He winked.
Get in the shower, you dumb cat.
She blushed, shutting the door, hearing him laugh.
I'll meet you there. I need to go home and change myself.
She yelled behind the door.
All right, I, was just kidding. By the way,
he said, now a little embarrassed by his comment.
I know, Cat Noir.
She rolled her eyes.
See you at school, you flirt.
She laughed.
See you at school,
he said, wanting to say those 3 words, but still terrified nonetheless. Marinette walked into class seeing Adrien already there, but his hair hadn't completely dried, so it was still damp, which was a little out of character for him. Though, since his father just went to jail the day before, who could blame him for some odd behavior? She wasn't prepared for Alia to be in her seat and Nino to be in Alia's seat, however. Adrien was smiling and hinting for her to sit in Nino's seat beside him. She smiled and took a seat beside him, blushing. Marinette glanced over at Chloe, and it seemed like the gossiping never took place. But she noticed that Chloe would glare at her every once in a while. She didn't mind it, though. She was happy. She had Alia, Nino, and her trusted partner and boyfriend, Adrien. She had everything she wanted. Nothing could make this better.
Class, we're going to be having a new student tomorrow. His name is Felix. He is Adrien's cousin. Please be nice to him, and welcome him, and treat him like you do to everyone else in the class.
Miss Bustier smiled. Marinette glanced over to Adrien, knowing fully well what Felix was like, but they were hopeful that he had changed. Though they would keep an eye on him, just like they would Chloe and Lila. At least Adrien could keep an eye on Felix since they were going to be living together, which made things a little easier. Classes were soon dismissed. Adrien and Marinette went to eat lunch together at her home for once, in his civilian form.
Are you sure? They don't really like me.
He half frowned.
They like Cat Noir, don't they? They at least like 50% of you.
She laughed.
That's not...
He shrugged, knowing she was teasing him.
Come on, they will love you. They will more than likely just embarrass me more than anything.
She blushed, already trying to mentally prepare herself. They walked into the bakery, and Adrien was instantly embraced by Tom.
Welcome to the family, Adrien.
He smiled.
The family?
He smiled nervously, looking down at Marinette, who already knew what to expect. He started laughing and nodded nervously, playing along once Tom let him down.
You're dating my daughter, aren't you? That makes you family. Just don't break her heart, like that one boy.
He frowned. Adrien laughed nervously and looked over at Marinette, thinking back at the time where she blurted out that she was in love with Cat Noir. She still needed to explain that to him.
I won't, sir.
Adrien smiled nervously.
Good boy. I know you won't. You're a good kid.
He smiled, patting his shoulder with a smile. Adrien looked at Tom and smiled, grateful that Marinette's dad was so wonderful and loving, especially since everything he was going through.
All right, we will come down for lunch in a little. We have some homework to do before class,
Marinette said, going up the stairs, grabbing Adrien's hand and pulling him with her. As Marinette made her way upstairs and sat down at her desk, she groaned with a sigh of relief, making Adrien laugh.
I almost forgot about that. You did confess to me that one time.
He smirked.
That was because I thought you were about to figure out my identity, and I blurted that out like an idiot.
She face-palmed.
Really? That was all you could come up with?
He smirked.
If your identity was about to get revealed, you don't have much time to think of a valid reason. So, yes, that was all I could come up with.
He smiled, walking and sitting down beside her, pulling up a chair. She smiled, not making eye contact as she pulled out her textbooks to start her homework and noticed he was quiet. She turned her head to look at him and noticed he was right in her face. Her face lit up bright red as her eyes widened.
Don't do that!
She screamed.
Don't do what?
He smiled.
You know what you're doing.
She turned away, making him laugh.
You don't like my face or something?
He leaned in closer.
Don't you have homework?
She rolled her eyes.
Yeah, but you're just too distracting.
He laughed.
I don't know who you think you are, but I don't see you dressed in black, so you need to calm down, mister.
She laughed, kissing his nose, since he was inches away from her, making him blush.
See? Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
She laughed, making him blush more.
And you used to say that you were nothing like Ladybug.
He smirked, seeing her eyes widen.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
He smiled.
You are exactly like Ladybug.
He leaned in, kissing her gently, closing his eyes. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this chapter out of 40. Long series, I know, but it's worth the wait. If you're a regular watcher, then you certainly know that my stories aren't all just fluff, so be prepared for the drama, action, and sadness. This season and next season are going to hit hard, so stay miraculous and turn your notifications on, or just keep in touch in my Discord server. Again, I really couldn't do this without all of my voice actors, so please go check them out. But until next time, bye guys!